Come break bread with me. Let's break bread. Come break bread with me. Let's break bread.
And
we about to eat this food and get fed. Come break bread with me. Let's break bread. Hey.
Hi.
Y'all like my makeup? I am here with my homegirl, owner and CEO of Yours. She does the makeup. She gonna tell you all about herself. I'm feeling myself with this blue. We are having brunch, honey. Honey.
Yes.
We got the strawberries, the blueberries, the grapes. We got some Danish. We have some little wieners. And then we have our little
I don't like little wieners.
cocktail. I don't like little wieners. Listen, and then right here, honey, is some fruit cream cheese that I whipped up. Courtesy, everything came from Food City, honey. So let's say our grace and then we're going to get in. Okay? Now we thank you for our food, Father God, we thank you. Father God, we thank you. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, my earrings, they cute, ain't they? I got them from the Chinese dollar store, A1 Outlet.
I like them.
And I got my Black and Supreme pen over at Creations by Jaquaya. So, girl, tell us something about you, honey.
Well, I'm Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I went to the best high school in the land.
Please don't say it.
Brain nerd.
Girl. Period. Period. They try to steal our colors. Period.
Fact check. We were first, even when we were the rebels. See, I be telling y'all, know y'all history.
Mm-hmm.
See. But no, I am the owner and CEO of Yours Creations. I do makeup, I decorate, I do balloons, I do personalizations. I do whatever it is for you, because everything I do is for you. It's yours.
Oh, I see what you did there. Whatever we want, well, whatever you want is yours, because you're going to make sure it get done.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I also am a personal assistant at Cedar Beauty Salon and Supply Store.
Mm-hmm.
I love my job. I love the team. I love going to work every day.
That's what's up.
Um,
And I could do some history on me and you.
mm-hmm.
Just a little history. So I met Sean, who was working at Open Arms Care, taking care of mentally disabled individuals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sean has 3 kids. She's a single mother of 3 children.
Yes.
So, you know, we became friends, woody, boo. Fast forward, she had her last son, KB, which is my godson. Y'all probably hear me yelling at him because he always over here.
Mm-hmm.
He always trying to come in here. Anyways, I was her doula. So I helped her give birth to him, and then I cut his umbilical cord. Mm-hmm. And then she cut me off. After he turned a year old, she cut me off because her and my brother got into it on Facebook.
I'm a sensitive person.
She's very sensitive. She cut me off, so we lost touch for 2 whole years. Anaya's about to be 3. Now she claims Anaya's her favorite person. But yeah, she cut me off.
She is though.
But
she's so adorable.
We came back, and we came back stronger.
Because she's like a little grown woman. But I really am. I think I'm a very passionate person. Like, that's one thing I learned about myself. Like, when I love hard. And I probably take a bunch of stuff way too personal. And then for me, like, living here in Knoxville, I don't have not one family member here. I don't have a cousin, an uncle. Everybody who done moved here, move back.
Yeah.
So, like, I really depend on, like, my friends to be that family, that support. So anything that I guess I don't know, anything I felt like was shaky or something that could hurt my feelings, I'm real fast to try to protect my feelings. So
But I was trying to explain to Sean that I had corrected my brother, because what my brother said was that she was beneath me on the post. But she did have a real picture as her profile picture, and he didn't know who she was. He had no clue that it was Kryshonna. At the time, I think your Facebook name even said a different name. He didn't know, so he thought we was arguing about a situation. Matter of fact, I still remember the situation we was arguing about. It was about that cotton. Yes, because Home Depot had cotton decorations, and Sean said that the decorations was okay. And I'm like, no, think those decorations is okay because it reminds me of slavery.
Black History Month. Okay, so if
It's
you
Black
don't,
History Month.
yeah, if you don't even know about me and Eva, we are both. I think it's because our birthdays too close together.
Mm-hmm.
We love to debate, and our debates, even if we look like we are like aggressive, we are never aggressive with each other. Like
We
once
just
the conversation,
passionate.
once the conversation is over, it's over. And to me, I was like, oh, everybody blames cotton for being what it is, cotton. You know what I mean? We wear cotton drawers. Ain't nobody stopped wearing cotton drawers yet. I'm like, so when you see a cotton plant, it's like, yes, I understand the negative connotation behind it, but at the end of the day, it's still what God created it to be. I feel like that's the same way people tend to view us as black people. They see us as a negative thing when no, we're just what God created us to be. Not all of us are alike. Not all of us are the stigmas that people put on us.
Mm-hmm.
We are who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same way I view everything that God creates. Nothing that God created does not have a purpose. Nothing was an accident. Nothing was by mistake.
Right.
And so now, will I go and decorate my house in cotton? Probably not. But that's just like a personal thing for me. But I get very passionate about like.
I'm passionate too, and a lot of people take passion as aggression. Because that's been my problem with jobs. They think I'm being aggressive when no, it's just my passion. That's the only way I know how to talk to you is to talk with my hands and to, my tone might raise, but I'm not arguing with you. I want to have healthy debates. And I feel like that's one problem that us as black women have. We can't have healthy debates because somebody always have to be right. Just because you didn't like the cotton, you like the cotton and I didn't, don't mean we can't be friends because of our opinions are different. At the end of the day, that's all it is our opinion.
See, and I'm not gonna lie. I feel like God has put me in different walks of life. Like I done worked everywhere. From some of y'all probably done been my customers at the Waffle House. I done been.
She's the first person I know worked at the Waffle House with her teeth. Like I seen her and I turned.
Everybody choice. They was like, dang, you ain't got no felonies or nothing. No, I just came here for the money. But no, like, I feel like you get to know people, like even working at open dorms, like you start to listen to people. And if you really take the time and you listen to people's stories and stuff, you start realizing that we all the same and that we all just suffering. And we're just choosing different ways to get through it.
Right.
Like, I think it really opened my eyes. And that's why, another reason why I named my business Yours, because I want everything to be something for you. Like a lot of times we feel like we don't have nothing for ourselves, especially like moms and like me. I got 3 kids. I don't know if I feel like anything is ever mine.
Right.
Or that's mine long enough for it not to be broken. But that's another story. Just a little bit.
Just glitter on my lip like I'm scared to lick it. I'm scooping out glitter. So tell me how it is being in the city. Well, you've been here 8 years, so it's not really new, right? 8 or 9
Now I've
years?
been here since 2007.
Oh, so that's almost 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been here for a long time with no family, a single mother with 3 kids. How is that? Like, how is being a single mother, trying to work, trying to keep up on your bills and all that?
Well, I will say, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not for the weak at heart. Because a lot of people don't realize how much you depend on your mom or your sister, your auntie, your cousins to do the little stuff like, oh my goodness, school's out because it snowed. I need mama to watch the kids real quick. Or, dang, I just want to go over my sister's house because I'm hungry. Or I want to call my brother over here because I got a problem with somebody. Like, I don't have none of those things. And I grew up where me, my cousins, all of us, like, we was gang tight. I mean, gang tight, sleeping on your granny floor, pallets, outside, in the water hose, in the fire hose. I grew up in the project, so I was always having people around to come around here and there and not be nobody.
So what made you stay here and not go back?
Really, it was my son. My son, me and his dad, at first we did not get along. We was like oil and vinegar. Like, if you could think about the worst of the worst stories as far as like a mom and dad is concerned.
Like crazy baby mama stories.
Yeah, that was like, I'm gonna be honest, that was not crazy baby mama, crazy baby dad. Hey Charles. No. But I raised my daughter by myself, and I had to make a conscious decision. Like, I could never tell my son how to be a man. Like, I know I can't. I cannot. And he has a dad who wants to be a dad. So why would I leave and be selfish just because it's something that I want and not allow my child to have something that he needs? Right. My wants and his needs, that's not a debate. Now, I mean, you could catch me and my baby dad at a local basketball game near you. Like, we can be in the same room without having an argument and even laugh, or even me trying to tell my son about things about his dad that he might not know about. Like, there was good times. Like, we wasn't always like these weird, odd parents.
Yeah. So you were a teen mom, right? With your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
You had her at what age?
I was 16.
So how was it being a teen mom?
It was shocking for everybody, including me.
You didn't think you was going to be a teen mom?
I'm going to be honest with you. I was selfish. And I did not have plans of, like, I thought that I was always going to be, like, not saying that I'm not, but I always see myself as a boss figure. Like, I didn't see myself being a single mom. Like,
tied down so soon, yeah.
I mean, not even that. Like, I thought that I was, because I think so much, I thought that I was always going to have my life together. Like, I knew my plans. I knew where I was going. I knew. You could not tell me anything. I knew exactly who I was and what I stood for.
So why did that change after having a baby?
It didn't. I think the difference is that she made me think about somebody outside of myself.
That's deep.
Like, I mean, Janiyah that's like my miniature me. She's my only daughter, so I think I put a lot into her, especially like talking to her about knowing your worth and knowing who you are. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. After I had kids, for the longest, I didn't realize that I still had a worth. Like, everybody put so much pressure on you to just get a daddy, get a daddy, get a daddy that, or who gonna want you, or, what are you gonna do? That I stayed in situations that were unhappy or made other people unhappy that I probably shouldn't have.
Because you didn't know your worth in the situation. So being a woman of mature age, can I say age?
Yeah.
Well, you 31.
Yeah, 31.
Just turned 31.
Good.
Just had a birthday. Beep. You didn't catch on to that.
I did,
that was
honey.
88, honey. Beep.
Pathimation.
But you just you just had a birthday. You 31. Do you see now as becoming a mature woman your worth? Do you know your worth now versus when you were 16? Like, what would you tell your 16-year-old self?
That worth isn't determined by your status or your monetary status or your relationship status or even by the people who are around you and what they're telling you it is. I feel like in life, so many times that we're telling everybody that what you have and who you have is all your worth. Like, that's how you show your worth, and that's not it. Like, people don't realize that when I worked at Waffle House, I had just literally walked out my job making $13, $14 an hour and said, this ain't what I want. I know this ain't what God got for me. Like, I was too passionate to sit there and just keep succumbing to it. Like, I was depressed. Yeah. I felt like I had gotten into a rut, and I realized that being pretty wasn't about being my worth. Like, that didn't mean much, not even to anybody else. It was all about what I was doing on the inside, what God created me to be. Like, working hard for it and going after my passion, because for the longest I just thought all I had to do was get money.
That's deep.
Like, I thought the amount of money I had in my bank account
determined your worth.
Yeah. Like, I was like, a lot of people like, oh, I got my stuff together. I got this, I got that, and that's not it.
Was you judgmental of other people who you felt like didn't have their stuff together?
No, I ain't gonna lie, I really just didn't really care to swerve for other people's lane.
Okay, I got you. Going back to, being a teen mom, in your family, is that like a generational thing? Because in my family, I feel like I was one of the cousins that broke the cycle, because I had my first child when I was 25. But for my mama, my sisters, my brothers, they all had children at 16.
Well, yeah, because my great-grandma had her first kid, I think, at like 13, 14. My grandmama, I don't think she was that. She was maybe like 21 when she had my mama. And she didn't have a lot of kids. She had 2. And then there was my mama. She had my sister at 14. By the time my mama graduated high school, she had 2 kids.
Mine too.
And then that was me, graduating high school with a baby. But the difference is in my family, I will say this, we all graduated high school. We all graduated high school on time. We graduated with honors. Like, my mama didn't make having a baby easy at all. Like, I still had to work a full-time job. I worked at Subway. I still had to pay for daycare. Nobody watched my child for free. I still had to keep up with my grades. Like, I still graduated. Like, my teachers were on me more than my mama, I think. They got together and decided that I was going to live at my full potential and that I was not. And until I was, they all agreed that unless I was, they were all going to give me F's on purpose.
Oh, Lord. So your daughter is 14.
Mm-hmm.
She just turned 14. So what is something you could tell your daughter who's 14 and other young ladies like her about safe sex? Or I know it's kind of crazy thinking you got a 14-year-old even thinking, imagine her having sex, but it's our reality. I'm not saying she is, but I'm just saying it's our reality. So what could you tell the young girls about just waiting and knowing your worth?
Well, what I tell my daughter, because I'm really open with my child, is that first off, a boy, he's just telling you anything he can because that's what his body is telling him to tell you. Anything he can, and he may care about you and he may not. But at the end of the day, it's your job to protect you, because when you bring a life into this world, honestly, nowadays it shouldn't be this way, but it's your baby daddy's maybe. You know what I mean? And it's not even just that. Like, you are destroying your body, you tearing up your temple, and later on down the line, what do you have to give yourself? What do you have to give your husband? Like, you breaking up bits and pieces and you leaving them everywhere. And you don't really think you are, but you are. Like, you are leaving yourself.
Soul ties.
You are leaving yourself all over, and you don't even know what to do with yourself. You don't know why you're so stressed out and what all this stuff is on you, and it's because you don't left yourself in so many places that it never should have been at. Like, I would really want to tell them, like, even if it's not your mama, if you're scared, you need to have somebody to talk to, because your parent has 2 jobs, to protect and provide for you, and they cannot protect you from nothing they don't know about. So if you feel like you just really got to have sex, that's what you got to do, you definitely need to talk to somebody about protecting yourself. I mean, I definitely wouldn't do it because my friend's doing it or nothing like that. That's just weird. But
Are you an open mom though? Like, can Naya come and talk to you?
oh yeah, I talk about everything. Like,
I know a lot of people tell me that their moms never talked to them about sex or
that was my mom.
was odd about talking about sex. My mama was open. We could talk about everything from sex to smoking to trying alcohol. I didn't have to hide that, but I know from some of my friends and like you, who your mama, they real old school. They not about to have that conversation with you.
Yeah, my mom only conversation was, you get pregnant, I'll put you out. That was the only conversation we had about sex. Like, I mean, she didn't put me out. Well, she did for like 2 minutes, but she didn't really put me out. But like, no, I talked to my daughter, like, even when she was younger. Like, I talked to my son. I talked to him straight up. Like, I asked, you got a girlfriend? Do you like, I don't ask both my kids, do you like the same sex? Like, let me know. I'm not going to sit here and judge you. I just want to know. I'm your mama. I'm supposed to be your big, I tell you, I'll go before Jesus in life for you. You feel me? Like, you my dog. If ain't nobody else going to ride out for you, your mama going to ride out for you.
I just scary to think about. Like, I want to talk to kids about sex, but I want their parents to come and sit in on that conversation because I don't want to overstep boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's a conversation that need to be had. Because I have little boys over my house all the time. They come over to play Fortnite. They come over and play whatever game on the PS4. And they always talking about little girls. Now, mind you, these are 6th and 7th graders, 5th, 6th, and 7th graders. And they talk about like, oh, this girl was twerking and she stink, or oh, this girl a thought. You know what my nephew told me, that the little girl that he was trying to date was a thought because she twerked on 11 dudes after school. This is 5th grade.
My mom got a problem.
She twerked on 11 dudes after school, so she's a thought. I'm like, I don't think that counts her as a thought, but where are these activities taking place at? Because that's a problem.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I've noticed that Knoxville don't have a lot going on for you like we did too, though. And
they have no kind of after school.
I will say your kid is going to learn about sex whether you talk to them about it or they hear it on a song and they have the wrong idea, because almost 90% of the songs you hear on the radio is about get that bad, sis. Throw that thing on them. You know what I mean?
All in your throat. Girl, Suki, all in your throat. I was like, oh. Look, cut this out, because my 2-year-old, she's supposed to real quick. What's in her throat, mama? Oh, Lord, no.
I mean, or even just like, my son come home telling me, I asked him about, did he have a girlfriend? He was like, no, I mean, not really. He was like, I really don't care for her. I was like, well, why not? He was like, man, we just off and on. He was like, she left me for my best friend who's a girl. I was like, wait a minute, so they got girlfriends in 5th grade now? Like, I don't remember that
these
stage.
5th graders are really advanced. Parents, I'm telling you, talk to your babies. 10 and 11 is the age when you start having masturbation conversations, sex conversations, safe sex. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm telling y'all, I hear y'all children. I live in the hood. They come in my backyard, play basketball, they come in the house.
Well, you think they ain't hearing you.
Man, what?
And they seen they well, we didn't call them uncles no more. What do we call them now?
My mama boyfriend. My mama got another boyfriend. Like, they really be out here telling y'all business, sis. And they really out here confused. And why is the 5th grade little girls going around with their little cum stinking? Because he told me that the little girl was twerking and he smelled her and she stank.
Her mama didn't tell her to get in the bed.
I'm like, no, that's not okay. I know everybody don't have a mother, maybe guardian or something. But in the 5th grade, you shouldn't have no kind of odor, I feel like, if you properly clean yourself. And that's another thing. I even talk to adult women who not really good on cleaning themselves. That's the conversation, sis. I'm trying to get a stripper up here because I want to know how a stripper go 8 hours clapping their ass without no showers. I want to know. They got a technique to it. Trying to figure it out.
No, I don't want to know. Put a little powder back there or something. Like, what do you do? Oh, God. I mean, I just sell wigs for a living, but I don't know.
Wigs, not weed, because that sounds like you said.
Oh, no, wigs.
Wigs.
Hair, weave.
How long you had this?
Like 6 months, 7 months. She's one of my favorites. Seal Beauty hair, which I know about that. Y'all want to be a Seal Beauty? Come down. I got y'all. We open Tuesday through Saturday. And I know it's that season for y'all to get cute for no reason.
What? Because it's that season.
Y'all been taking care of them kids all year.
It's about you, Ma.
Come get that hair right, sis. It's okay.
Yes, sis. It's about you. I can't say it on here, but blank them kids.
They got Christmas.
You might
I did. Oh, I'm sorry, Eva.
I already got people hit me up talking about some, can I be your personal trainer? I see all the food you eat. I'm like, hell yeah. Shoot.
Shout out to the people at AMJ Fitness. I did not survive.
Oh, y'all finished with AMJ or y'all still going?
Well, they still going. I just ain't. Yeah.
Oh.
I can't even lie.
Why you ain't been going to AMJ? Come get a Tremaine.
He is a great trainer. That class is hard.
I need a Tremaine in my life. I do. I need somebody to be like, you see these fat rolls right here?
I said,
get it down.
I said, just give me the treadmill at Planet Fitness. I learned my lesson. I promise. Look.
Oh my goodness. What else you got to talk about? Because I'm gonna give you about 4 more minutes.
4 more minutes.
Because I heard the kids just came in. DJ went and got all our kids. So.
God know my children, man. But no, I mean, I really think that we should have more going on as a city as a whole.
Well, how can we solve that problem? Because, we like to throw out problems, but what are the solutions? How can we solve that? What can we do for the
I
young
think
girls
one
and
thing
guys?
is, I'm not going to lie to you, the main reason I'm scared to do a lot of things with, because we are in a generation where it's don't say nothing to my kids.
Ooh.
And when we grew up, well, I don't know how y'all grew up down here, but when I grew up, it was beat them kids, call me, I'm going to beat them kids.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't like people saying anything to their children, but they're not teaching them anything. And I feel like we have a deficit in our community. And if you don't notice, in Knox County schools, especially in East Knoxville, they focus on play-based learning.
Mm-hmm.
And West Knoxville, they're focused on books. And that's because they don't feel like we know how to socialize. They don't feel like we know how to conduct ourselves amongst each other. And I feel like that starts at home.
It does, and that start with manners too. Because even my 5-year-old, when some of the older boys are over here and I like call their name or something, they say like what or huh or yeah, and my 5-year-old be like, no, you gotta say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And I said it to a kid in a store. He was yelling at his granny. It was an older black lady yelling at her. I mean, yelling. And I said, no, you need to say no, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And she looked at me. She said, honey, I can take care of him. I said, okay. You're going to be kicking your ass when you're 13. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand well, I think I approached it a good way. Like, listen, young man, you need to be saying no, sir, yes, sir, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And it's like, why are we getting away from that?
Mm-hmm.
I hate when a 9-year-old tell me, oh, don't call me ma'am. Why not? That's how I was raised to say ma'am to you.
Yeah, and then when you go to these schools, you don't want the teachers discipline your kids, but you're not disciplining your kids. And they spend more time with their teacher than they are with you.
Mm-hmm.
They literally, if you really just sat down and did the math on how long your children are at school, how long they're actually inside the house at home, these teachers are practically raising our children.
Yeah, because you got to factor in sleep.
Mm-hmm. They're outside or they're on the game, and let's just be honest, if they're on the game, you ain't did nothing.
No.
So, like, I really feel like we gotta, until we get to a point where, as a community, we are okay with people sitting our children down and letting them correct them, then we're not going anywhere. Like, my kids are lucky, especially like my son. He got coaches that are going to get on him.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to New Breed.
They are going to let him have the business. If he wrong, he wrong. You know, he need to get his stuff together. He need to get his stuff together. They don't. It's not always about me being responsible now. They let them know that, you know, you got some responsibilities now.
Right.
And people just don't like people talking to their kids. And I feel like even like the Change Center and stuff, like all the stuff that was happening when it first opened, like they're targeting at-risk youth, but they don't know how to handle them.
Yeah.
Until
like that big what would they have, a big sleepover that lock-in they had, and all them babies was out on Kingston Pike just walking because the police put them out due to them fighting. Like we're saying, like home training, all that stuff starts at home. And if you can't do it by yourself, ask for help.
And then we need to figure out as a community, why is it that having good credit and ownership doesn't come really until we're in our 30s, but
oh my gosh,
for Caucasian people at 23, their whole life be together.
They married, they got a house.
Like, what conversations are they having in their houses that we're not having? Like, we don't understand credit. We don't understand just ownership, period, because having my own is not renting.
Facts.
I'm just saying we don't really understand. We talk about generational wealth and black wealth, but we don't really put a definition to it. And it's time that as a community we put a definition to it. And I'm not talking about everybody having a conversation. I mean in your own house. Make a definition in your own house, because if you can't change the world if you ain't changed what's going on behind your closed doors.
Yeah, that's facts.
So like people say, well, what you doing for the community? I'm raising upright citizens. That's what I'm doing. I'm letting them know exactly who and whose they are.
That's true.
I have very mindful kids. Like Charles teacher called me.
Mindful.
Charles teacher called me all the time because my son is not going to just let you tell him anything. He gonna tell you straight up what it is and what it ain't, and what he just cannot get down with based off his own moral principles.
That's what's up.
But I mean, I really do want to leave everybody with this. Like, you got to figure out what it is that you're passionate about, what you're created to do, who you're created to be. Because until you do, you're never going to have that peace that you're seeking from outside sources. There is not a thing on this earth that is going to make you happy until you figure out what that passion is inside of you. And then luckily for me, I have like a great support. Like, I got Eva, I have Cherie, my boss friend, I have Isha, I have my boyfriend who is my biggest support.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandy.
Hey, and I mean, I do have my mom, and I have good friends who will sit there and they'll check me when I'm wrong, and they gonna lift me up when I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you gotta find your tribe.
Yeah.
So find your tribe.
Hey.
Be who you are and be proud.
With that, I'm going to leave y'all with this saying. Always be mindful.
Look, I was waiting for it so profound.
You thought it was going to be profound right now. Just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? And keep coming back to break bread with me. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I really love y'all. Like, this has been the happiest I've been in a long time. Next to meeting DJ, having my kids. Like,
finding your passion.
Finding my passion, baby.
Look at God.
Working for the man wasn't doing it for me.
Wasn't doing it.
But I know y'all gonna get my views up so I can get this back.
Get that shit, girl. Get that money. Then y'all call me when y'all need your party set up. Y'all need a balloon set up. Y'all need y'all makeup done.
Very affordable.
Mm-hmm. Or if you just want to stop by Seal Beauty and you want to look at some weaves, some wigs, some products, find some awesome hairstylists, because we got my girl Isha with all her natural hair and she can do everything. We got Cherie, real boss lady, and she's a mentor. Y'all need to
She's
stop
gonna be my
by.
mentor here soon.
I'm serious, and I ain't never met somebody who already is set up, who constantly wants to see other people win. Like, she is really trying to set people up for success. Stop by, check out. She's trying to create a movement in the city. Be part of the movement. Come see us.
Peace.
Plus, we pretty.